Hey, everybody, and welcome to Understanding Gen Z, presented by Stephen and Chris, the Northern and Southern Regional Coordinators for the Office of Youth Ministry.
Hey, everybody. How's it going? Welcome, down here in the South. It's really fun. Up in the North, I know you guys are having fun too. Us being all isolated and put in different places, it's physically distant, but not socially distant.
Right.
And in this time, we want to invite you all to come jump in and understand who are these Generation Z kids and what do we do with them?
That's right. So that's what we're going to talk about today. Understanding Gen Z. Let's jump on in. So the first question is, who is Gen Z? And for those of you who are in active ministries, or for those of you who work with high school students, the answer to that question is it's everyone you currently minister to. So you think, hey, who's here? Gen Z's here. Now, what does that mean? Let's define it. As we define the generation, we try to think about their ages. What years were they born? So Gen Z is defined to be born between the years of 1995 to 2012. And they are known to act before thinking. And this is associated with how quick these young people are able to share and spread news all across the world. And so with that being said, they're the most diverse and interconnected generation that we have seen thus far. They're able to see something going on in South Africa and to share a hashtag and start a trend in somewhere in rural Kentucky. And it happens like that. The way that information is able to spread, they are so comfortable with using cell phones, especially smartphones, because they were born with that technology. So in knowing so much about the world and having everything at their fingertips, they have a high value of importance in equality. And something really interesting that I saw, and I think, Chris, you've seen it too. If you have an iPhone, the updates that we get, there are constantly new emojis. Some of them are funny, some of them are practical, but a lot of them are very diverse. And so if you identify a certain way, you're going to find the emoji that you can most connect with and relate to. And that's something that Apple is doing to respond to the rise of Gen Z. Another interesting aspect of Gen Z is that they don't fear failure. So they're willing to go for it. And if they fall and they mess up, they're going to go and keep on moving and try again, because they know that there are limitless opportunities, especially with the capabilities that they have in their own hands.
Amen. Definitely. I think in many ways, when we think about our Generation Z, we think about them being a group of young people who they're engaged, and we can sometimes say, why are they engaged in 15 different things all at once? They're multitasking too much. There's no such thing as multitasking. Why are they doing so much? And I think in a real way, their processes are so much faster than the way in which we've typically processed in the past. And they also are being engaged on so many different fronts that many of us in previous generations weren't.
In understanding the way that they work and the flow of life they have, there's a blend. For us, when we go to work, there's like a 9 to 5, we clock in and clock out. But for a lot of these young people who are in Gen Z, they're able to sort of blur those lines because their work requires them to log in and log out. So if they can do that from anywhere, that means life and work become one. And with that being said, there's so many Gen Z people who are influencers, and influencers have become the new celebrities. So there's still that desire to become an athlete or a musician or a famous artist. But now a lot of young people say, I want to become a famous YouTuber. I want to have a crazy Twitch stream. I want to be able to have an Instagram account where I can lead so many people to, buy this product and check this out. So influencers are the new celebrity. When they're at work, as we were mentioning work before, we found that they actually desire face-to-face interactions. And it's interesting because at a time like this, during social isolation and distancing, there's a lot of virtual learning going on. And so for millennials and older generations, we love FaceTime, we love Zoom, we love Google Hangouts and Google Classroom and the ability to really share in that way. But these people, part of Gen Z, want that face-to-face interaction. And they thrive on genuine relationships. So with that being said, when they are sucked into the world of social media, that's when they can start to experience those dangers in mental health, such as anxiety and depression, because of what they're so immersed in their consumption. A lot of times, young people need a digital detox. So That's a really interesting piece. Chris, what do you think?
Yeah, I think in many ways, because they're so overwhelmed and so hit with many different things from left and right, from Instagram to Snapchat to Facebook, all the different components that come together, you think, oh, that's a lot for an adult. Well, there are so many other new apps and different products that are out there for them to engage with. And then sometimes it's just such an overload, such screen time overload and screen fatigue that they do need that break and that time where they get a chance to just relax.
That's right.
And they strive on that. And in ministry, we strive on that in a very nuanced way, because things that when we were younger, we might have said, having that time of silence during group, that was okay. I got it. God was talking to me, but I had more fun when we were doing the big activities. For many of our Gen Zers, they're actually finding that they appreciate that time of quiet and time to relax and time to put those phones away and put all the pieces away. Once they get that chance to understand how their relationship grows even deeper with that.
That's right. And so this next piece is going to lead us into talking about ministry and what that looks like. And that's where Chris is going to go to town. And we're going to talk about experiences that we've had and that we've shared. But this is a really interesting excerpt from a website called pcma.org. This is from a guy named David Stillman, who is an author of the book Gen Z at Work. And this is what he told LinkedIn about young people and working. Managers can deliver feedback to Generation Z straightforward, to the point, no sugarcoating. That's what they are going to want. So let's say that one more time. Managers can deliver feedback to Gen Z straightforward, to the point, no sugarcoating. And this is what they're going to want. All right, everybody, that is the end of our video for today. Thank you so much for watching. If you found this content to be helpful or valuable, please let us know. Drop us a comment, hit that like button, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you can be aware when we have videos coming out. And as always, reach us on social media at OYMNY and our website, OYMNY.org. And we will see you in the next video. Take care.